Welcome, everyone, to the 2022-2023 Timberwolves Varsity Athletics Banquet. Tonight, we celebrate our teams, coaches, and most importantly, our student athletes. We are joined by members of the North Central Michigan College administration and some of our key supporters without whom this venture would not have been possible. I want to say a hello and welcome to everyone who's tuning in at home on our live stream. Thank you for your continued support and cheer and celebration with our Timberwolves all season. To kick things off, please help me welcome to the podium our college president.
Thank you, Ashley. I'm David Rollin Finley, president of North Central Michigan College. Today, we're here to celebrate our very first year of intercollegiate athletic competition. We're here to celebrate you and your accomplishments. Let's be sure to have some fun along the way as well. So, this is an exciting new chapter in the life of this college, and all of you are a vital part of it. As is often said, it takes a village, and NCMC Athletics is an exceptional village. Give yourselves a round of applause for a wonderful first year. So, this day has been many years in the coming, and I thank all who had a hand in making this a reality for our students and for our community. I had considered giving individual shout-outs, but I'm quite certain that Ashley would give me the hook. All right, you can be thankful for that. That was an engineer trying to deliver a joke, all right? A little levity. Nevertheless, I want to rewind to February 2020, when Ashley Antonishin was hired as our new athletic director and given a very big assignment. She'd been employed for a year in another capacity, so Ashley knew us, but the charge to launch intercollegiate athletics was both a dream come true and a formidable foe. Then 1 month later, a global pandemic hits. We asked Ashley to push pause and step back into the role of an outreach recruiter, and a virtual one at that. You'll recall we were all working or learning from home. Not to be deterred, Ashley slowly put the building blocks together to secure Michigan Community College Athletic Association, MCCAA membership, and National Junior College Athletic Association, NJCAA membership. This all came together in the fall of 2021, at which point we needed to upgrade our facility for intercollegiate athletics, hire coaches, recruit student athletes. It was fast forward. The first 8 months of 2022 was a flurry, but we made it. Thanks to all who believed in this dream and worked in earnest to make it happen. Please give yourselves another round of applause. So intercollegiate athletics is all about student success and student and community engagement. This in turn increases both enrollment and completion, right? Hitting the finish line, getting your degree, making North Central an even more vibrant institution. We've seen that positive impact this very first year. So let's focus on student success. You all know this. Student athletes work hard on the court or the course, and most importantly, in your studies, to learn and grow, and so that you are eligible to compete. This in turn increases that graduation rate that I mentioned. Athletics also opens the door to those who might not have otherwise attended college. And the teammates, your classmates, your colleagues, will share a bond for life. All this comes together to build a sense of place for students and fans to belong. thank you for building Timberwolf Nation. Now on to the fun stuff that I mentioned earlier. I want to share a story. So now I'll go off script. Lots of great memories this year. But let's rewind to mid-September 2022, right? Cross-country team headed to the Raider Invite, hosted by Calvin University in Grand Rapids. Adversity strikes, right? That happens in life. Turns out the busing company, you guys all know this story, right? The busing company had 4 drivers, all of whom what? Caught COVID. Coach was scrambling. Renee DeYoung was scrambling, and she came in my office. She said, "What do you think about helping drive the team down to Grand Rapids?" I didn't say yes immediately, but I did say yes. I thought about it. Yeah, we need this. We got to do this, right? So it's not about me. It's what happened to that meet. Because you all know that one of your teammates stepped up in a big way. Lydia was injured, right? You needed 5 to make a team, right? And it was Jean. I see Jean back there, who stepped up and said, "I'll run the race." Little did she know what she was getting into. So the funny part of this story, right? At cross-country meets, you can run to different spots and cheer student athletes on. And so I was at the start and then went to another location and then a second spot. And it was the interaction that Jean and I had at that point. Do you remember, Jean? There was a lot of points, yeah. So she said, "How much further?" And I said, "You're about halfway." And Jean's response was, "What?" So the next spot that I saw her, she had slowed just a bit, but dug deep, right, and finished strong. Jean, your willingness to step in a time of need and go above and beyond is going to serve you really, really well all of your life. I want you to know that. And with that, I have a special award that's not in the script to share with you. So come on up. So this is both in fun and seriousness. Okay. It's my honor to present to you, Jean Crittenden, the Trooper Award, all right, for making it happen. You are a big part of making this year a success. All right, thank you, Jean. All right, to wrap up my remarks, I'm going to ask you to join me in a rousing Timberwolf cheer. So if you were at the opening of Petoskey Plastics Arena, you'll remember this. I actually had a high school coach who did this at my high school. It was a little different, but on the count of 3, I'm going to say go, and let's drag that out. Timberwolves. Can we do this? All right. 1, 2, 3. Go Timberwolves! Thank you. That was excellent. All right. With that, I now hand the microphone back to Ashley.
Thank you, Dr. Finley. To say that I am proud of each and every one of you in this room is an understatement. Not only are you part of a small population who achieved the opportunity to play at the collegiate level, which, by the way, is only 7% of high school student athletes, you built and started our teams from the ground up. There will never again be a first team for your sport. Working with our student athletes, teams, and coaches this year, I've continued to be impressed with all that you do. Through challenges and obstacles in your field of play, academics, and in your life, you continue to show up and work hard. And not just for yourself, but for your teammates as well. I have been able to witness tremendous growth in all of you this year. Our community came out loud and proud, and I was pleasantly surprised at the following we generated in this first year. You are all truly one of the best events in town to get a front row seat to. The support extended beyond just cheering on our teams, and I am thrilled to announce that our Hunger Games event in February raised over 5,000 pounds of food for our campus cupboard. For all you go ahead, that was pretty awesome. For all you competitors in the room, not only did we make an impact for our students, we led the entire Michigan Community College Athletic Association and won the competition. Thank you, Timberwolf Nation. As Dr. Finley stated, this venture was created by a lot of hard work from so many people. To list them all would keep us here all night. So there are just two people that I really want to make sure we recognize tonight. Most of you know who Jimmy is. But did you know that he's one of the first people to arrive on game day and one of the last to leave? Jimmy was an amazing game day operations intern this year and did not miss a single Timberwolves home game. I know for a fact that he regularly tuned in online, watching many away games as well. For everything you have done for Timberwolves Athletics, we would like to present you with a Special Services Award. Please help me in thanking Jimmy Lyons. Come on up. And to our ultimate leader, Dr. Finley. We are all in this room today celebrating because of the vision you had, not to mention the guts and determination you had to make it happen. From the entire athletic department, we would like to present you with the first commemorative Timberwolves jersey. At this time, I want to draw attention to your program. In a little bit, you'll hear from our coaches, and they will present our student athletes who earned all conference awards their certificates. Sometime in June, the conference will announce our academic all-honor awards, and I have a feeling we will be honoring even more student athletes at that time. But in bold, you're going to notice we have a handful of student athletes who will be walking across the stage in May to receive their degrees. As graduating student athletes, you will be presented with these cords that you get to wear as you participate in commencement. Can we all give a big round of applause to all our graduating Timberwolves? And now it is time for me to hand this podium over to our coaches as they recap the season and hand out some team awards. Presenting first for men's and women's cross country is head coach Rod Anderson.
There's a step here. Wow. What a great way to start. It's an honor to be here, really, to be a part of this athletic program, and certainly to coach our cross-country teams. Gene, I would like to say thank you to you also on behalf of our entire team, because you did more than just help our team. You saved the program, really, in many ways, and contributed something that's going to go way beyond just this year. Quite a few years ago, I attended an athletic banquet, maybe not quite this nice, certainly not this technological, and I was a student athlete. As with tonight's banquet, my coach told us this was a dress-up event, and you all look spectacular, so great job. We were expected to look good. A friend of mine and I decided it might be funny, maybe, if we really went all in on that requirement. So we decided to dress up as members of the women's cross-country team. And thankfully, there are no pictures remaining from that event. This was well before cell phones, so this is no longer even available. Somehow my coach didn't mind. I'll say some comments on the season and also specifically for our team if there's time after the awards. But I'd like to jump right into the awards themselves. We have 4 cross-country team awards to be given out this year. The first of these is the Men's Pack Award, Cross-Country Pack Award, and then also the Women's Cross-Country Pack Award. These awards are meant to identify and honor a person from each team who provided great value to their team. In some ways, this is a leadership award, and in other ways, this is a service to others award. In reality, as we all know here, in a team atmosphere, those two things are inseparable. As such, this award is unique in that it requires someone with leadership, but also someone who is really not concerned about self. This award is about promoting team culture. Another way to look at this award is to ask a question. What team member, if you were to take them away from the team, would be most missed? For the Men's Pack Award, I have chosen a person who clearly represented these qualities. Additionally, he was the go-to person on the men's team, providing leadership that extended to individuals as well as the entire team. This year's team would have been noticeably different without him. He encouraged others consistently during meets, during our races, and also during practices. The entire culture of the team, a word that you'll hear off in the next couple of minutes, was positively influenced and to some degree created because of his efforts. He also set the standard for work effort and race mentality. I think he taught others on the team how to race, the mindset that's needed. Additionally, he is the current men's cross-country record holder for North Central Michigan College. Robbie Wise, please come forward and accept the Timberwolves Men Cross-Country Pack Award. Have to step down. There you go. Thank you, Robbie. The Women's Cross-Country Pack Award winner likewise exhibits qualities of leadership that extend to others. Others were better off, better people. We had a better team because of her actions, her outlook, and her demeanor. As with the men's award, the team would have lacked something valuable beyond what can be measured by statistics without her presence. She was a steadying hand in building the culture of the team, and I heard more than once that she was the go-to person if there were any individual issues on the team, and I'm very glad they didn't come to me for those things. I believe I even heard the description team mom at least once. She also persevered throughout the season, running with an injury that would not go away, and undoubtedly kept her from running faster. When asked about her injury, she would always respond, she'd get a little like a head shake, and then she'd say, "It's okay." I knew it was not okay. Emily Danks, please come forward and accept the Women's Cross-Country Pack Award. Thank you, Emily. Our third award is a men's and women's teams combined award. It's given to just one person from either team who demonstrated extra inner fortitude that seems to go above and beyond what we might think is normal. This isn't necessarily unique to cross country, but it shows up in cross country races sometimes in ways that are incredibly disturbing. If you're on the team, you know exactly what I mean. This award, because I couldn't think of something more refined, didn't have a great moment, is called the Guts and Determination Award, which I guess was already used here once before. Within any sports season, there's typically a defining moment when someone does something that brings the team together. The team coalesces because of what that person did. And for this team and in this year, this person provided that and set a standard for the level of effort and physical sacrifice that one must call upon to truly race and to finish. This person literally ran themselves into the ground. And it's kind of funny, kind of not funny all at the same time. They collapsed after the finish. They probably were not too far removed from needing medical attention, and I'm not a medic, but I did my best. Fortunately, he survived. He's with us today still. Okay, although, quite honestly, he looked awful at the moment. Looked terrible. Liam O'Hare, please come forward and accept this season's Timberwolves Cross Country Guts and Determination Award. There you go. Thank you. Congratulations. It's the real deal. Finally, our fourth award is also a men's and women's teams combined award. This is the Most Valuable Runner Award, the MVR. This could be the person on the men's or women's team with the fastest season time, or perhaps the top finisher at the conference race. Those are all great things. In fact, those things they're very valuable as they are in themselves. But those are not always the things that define most valuable. To be considered for this award, one must demonstrate a high level of commitment to the team and also to the sport of competitive running that results in a level of running excellence and effort that builds the team culture. This person provided that for both the men's and women's teams. In so doing, they also set a standard that will carry over to future years. This person has contributed not just to the team, but literally to the program. In fact, this person was the first commitment to this year's team. Without realizing the significance, she took the first step that others have followed and others will continue to follow in the future. We should not underestimate the power and the value of that one step. At the beginning of the season, this person arrived ready to race. She trained at a high level. She set high expectations for herself. And she demonstrated the commitment and effort required to run at this level, at the collegiate level. For much of the season, and largely as a result of the commitment that she brought, this person was a number one runner on our team. Others were chasing after that, as you can imagine. Eventually, her best time was eclipsed. To some extent, I know she thinks she did not achieve her own goals. I believe she did better. I really do. I believe she contributed some outcomes that were beyond what she could possibly see, and even perhaps yet knows. And that's what makes a most valuable runner on our team. McKenna Dolson, please come forward. Thank you. It's been a huge honor for me to be a part of this team this season. If I sound like I'm getting choked up, it's because I am. Reminded this group quite often that they have individually and collectively played an integral role in the future of this program, and they have. Their willingness to join something that didn't exist, to be the first, it took courage, it took strength, determination. You could add a bunch of other descriptions. I believe we all learned about this throughout the season, both in running but also in our lives. All of them, each one here, produced some great results as runners. They all improved. What stands out and what I'll continue to remember as we go forward, that I think I'll have the most long-lasting impact is the culture that they formed. And that's their work. And now that culture gets passed on to the next team. So thank you. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody.
So I wasn't nervous until I listened to Coach Rod speak, and he spoke so eloquently. I'm like, oh no, what do I do to top that? You did a great job, Coach Rod. Let's give him a hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
So for those of you who don't know me, and I apologize to my team in advance, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Shannon Flippin. You think if you're going to be born with the last name Flippin, you should get a normal first name like Mike or John or Steve or Rod or something, but not Shannon. But I got Shannon. To put the icing on the cake, my middle initial is B. So put all that together. Shannon B. Flippin. You got it. You got it. So I did make notes, so I'm prepared. My wife says I have an uncanny knack for sticking my foot in my mouth, so I'll be sticking to the script. And hopefully it all goes well. So a season can be measured in a lot of ways. It can be measured in length of time, wins and losses, friendships gained, which is really important, and progress made, among other things. If you look at just wins and losses, our season may not be defined as a success. But then when you look at what we actually did do, we went 5 sets against 5 teams, gave ourselves a chance, proving we could compete. We established a foundation to grow upon, which is no small thing, and that includes everyone in this room, both sides. Most importantly, you all persevered in the face of a long struggle, which says something about who you are, and no one can take that accomplishment from you ever. I always tell my team I'm much more interested in them as people than as volleyball players, and you guys really, really proved to me who you were during the season. There were definitely moments I'll remember about this season. Isla, always on the service line at crucial times and always coming through for us. I always will remember that. Beating Delta when we were down 14-10 in the 5th set. And again, Isla brought us home with her serving. So I know you were pretty nervous that day, right? Yeah. I think there was a special signal between you and Ashley to settle you down at that moment, as I recall. Yeah. Another one that's funny, but I'm glad she didn't get hurt, was Kylie's cat-like reflexes at SC4. Which I'm glad you got hit in the shoulder and not in the face. Otherwise, we might have needed Coach Rod's medical attention at that point. Surviving the bus ride down to SC4. Or maybe surviving the weekend in general at SC4. But we did it. You guys persevered. But most importantly, what I'll remember is a special group of young women who took a risk for a fledgling program when it would have been easier to take a pass, when it would have been easier to stay at home, when it would have been easier to watch someone else do it instead of creating the foundation for everything to move forward. And that is special, ladies. So, with that, I am going to start our awards. Our first award is Defensive Player of the Year. For Defensive Player of the Year, you're looking for someone who will put it all on the line. In other words, like, it has no regard for themselves and will go after balls and knock over bleachers and go to the floor with reckless abandon, which reckless abandon is probably her middle 2 names. But she did a great job for us this year. She, among other things, had 50 assists, 26 aces, 4.7 digs per set, and 249 digs overall, which gives it away at this point. So our Defensive Player of the Year is Jackie Brinkman.
That's the all-conference one.
What's that?
That's the all-conference one.
Oh, trade me. This one. Nope.
The one I turned with your hand. In your left hand, not in the pile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coach had me. That's one that's coming later. Sorry. We also have, for our next award, our Offensive Player of the Year. This person, I loved watching her hit. I loved watching her get a great kill because you could just see the look on her face of satisfaction. Among other things, she had 10 blocks, a 115 attack percentage, averaged 2 kills per set, and 82 kills overall. And so for our Offensive Player of the Year, now that I have the right one in my hand, Miss Madison Brown. right. Our next award is our PAC Award. And like Coach Rod mentioned, and I'm sure I won't do it the justice he did, this person is someone that the team looks to for lots of different things, be it on the floor or off the floor. Communication with the coaches, a shoulder to cry on. This person is someone that definitely would be missed if she wasn't there each and every day, and has just become so much more than I ever imagined at the beginning of the season, and she continues to grow at this point, and I'm really, really pleased to give our PAC Award to Maggie Nelson. Congratulations, Mags. All right. Before we get to our MVP, we'll hold that one in the cards for just a second. We do have two MCCAA honorable mention certificates to give out. I think you guys already know who these people are, but the two people that got all conference awards were Jackie Brinkman and Brooklyn Besteman. All right, last but not least, our MVP. So our MVP, there were actually lots of votes for lots of people in terms of like just people giving me their personal opinions about who they thought this would be. We had a lot of discussions in the snack bar during basketball games about who we thought this would be. And I got to listen to all the girls tell me their guess. But this person, I think, basically saved our season. Without her, it would have been very, very difficult to put a competitive team on the floor, just because she was so central to everything that we needed to do. Our MVP has 11 aces, 123 digs, a 163 attack percentage, 5.72 assists per set, which kind of gives it away, and 289 total assists. Our MVP is Annabelle Seeley. And actually, Belle had the most opinions about who she thought it was going to be. So, all right. With that, I believe I am turning over the microphone to Coach Sam. Thank you very much.
Before I hand out awards, I want to thank all my players for their time and commitment they put into this program. Being a student athlete isn't always easy, and when you have a coach like me who expects a lot out of their players, it can be challenging some days. It's very easy to quit when things get tough, but this team continued to work every day, even on the days I chewed their butts nonstop. Commitment and a never-give-up attitude are some of the greatest qualities I can ask for in my players, so thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for this program because we wouldn't have been able to complete our first season without each and every one of you. First, I want to present the All-Conference Awards. This recognition is by other coaches in the MCCAA Northern Conference. It's great for our program in our first season to be recognized. As a coach, it's great to see one of our players recognized by others for the impact they made on our program. So Michaela Berger is our first women's basketball student athlete to earn all-conference recognition in the program by earning both honorable mention and all-freshman team for the MCCAA Northern Conference. Next, we have our team awards. We have defensive MVP, offensive MVP, and PAC award. Our defensive MVP for this year is Mackenzie Castle. And our offensive MVP is Michaela Berger. Lastly, the PAC Award. I think of this award as it's given to a player who is coachable and willing to put the team's need above their own. Someone who accepts their role and or position to do what is best for the team. And this award goes to Jean Crittenden. Short and sweet. Thank you again, players, for putting up with me. I know I push you, but you did a very good job this year, and you started the program, so I thank you for that. And thank you, everyone who has supported us this whole season.
He gets the step because he's taller than me.
Yeah. That's all right. Coach Sam asked me if I was going to wing it today, so here we go. So, more importantly, before describing how our season was or accomplishments across the board, that kind of thing, I just need to say thank you to everyone that started or helped start this program, Dr. Finley, Ashley, Renee, anyone else that I may forget in saying the thank yous. I really appreciate the opportunity for this. What we accomplished as a sports program and as an institution of academics is few and far between. Just joining this conference and being able to be part of that is an amazing feat, not just for us, but you athletes that are here. So if you give yourself a round of applause for that. Some others that I need to thank, the man on my right here, faculty member here, kind of jumped in last year, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, with helping recruit on the women's side, but also was offering suggestions and advice, and it just kind of came one of those things where we kind of clicked. We talked late at night, conversations about players, strategy things to do. Not always what we wanted to as far as being at practice or games, but irreplaceable regardless. So Gary Matowski. Someone that's not here today that definitely needs to thanks, gentlemen, I think you would all agree, and he's not here, is Todd Budden, is our strength and conditioning guy. Gave his time, gave his effort. He's the big guy on the sidelines that you saw. That was probably both of us combined, but he gave his time and his business down the street here and let the guys come in. And going to the first game of the season, I think you guys were all using Josh, picking on him. In describing the season. The first thing we did when we won our first game was, man, Coach, it's so different that we've been lifting weights, how strong we are, how they can't do these things to me. Just building a foundation for what we were trying to do. So much thanks to Todd. I greatly appreciate him. Wish he would be here or could be here today, but regardless, a big piece of what we tried to do. Also, Coach Sam, I want to thank you for allowing us. I think we work pretty well together with what we're doing. Some of those bus rides were a little stagnant on times for each of us, depending on whatever happened, but I'm not the easiest guy to deal with, so I appreciate your effort with allowing me to be who I am and what we want to do. And more importantly, the things that you do, holding the fort together within the office of basketball with the laundry and scheduling buses and all that stuff. Greatly appreciate what you did. Thank you. And then my last thank you, other than to these guys that were part of the team, someone that gave her time and effort, came into practice and helped us run the clock. Jackie, great help for us during the season. Really appreciate you giving your time and allowing me to storm across the floor while you ran the clock and listen to me complain about score and all that other kind of stuff. Or more importantly, listen to them complain. So greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Very quickly describing the season. The one thing that I came up with when getting this job was opportunity. And this season, great opportunity not only for us or the institution itself, academically and athletically, was finding guys that wanted to play and be part of something new, be part of something that we could build, and most importantly, being something that will never be forgotten because you guys are the first. That's a foundation that no one can ever take from us or from you. So you guys built something, and I greatly thank you for that. And we want to continue what we're doing. I hope that we can continue to grow in the classroom and on the court. But more importantly, again, what you guys have done is irreplaceable. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. Very quickly with the season, what we accomplished was bigger than what I thought it was going to be. And that's not, Coach Shannon talked about wins and losses, and it's not just about that, but how we grew together as a group, what we were able to do on the floor, what we were able to do, trying to build or continue that path that we're on. That's something that you guys should be very proud of. Being able to hang with the other teams, as you guys have seen, the level of competition that we play, we belong. That's something that you need to hold right in here when, we continue to keep working, that people recognize who you are and what we're trying to do. So moving forward into the awards, I'm going to go a little bit different with this. We're going to go MCCAA honors first, and then we'll talk about the MVPs and the PAC award after that. So the first young man, when I got this job, trying to build a team and find 15 guys that want to play, I kind of knew where I was going to go right off the bat, and we'll talk a little bit more about him later. But he was all Northern second team honors, Ashawn Burbridge. Yeah. Also, Ashawn was a member of the all-freshman team for the MCCAA, so we're doing double duty here, so get both. Next young man actually was the first person that I went to and wanted to build something with him and get him here. I kind of knew his situation, but again, we'll come back to him with some more of this. But as far as the MCCAA awards, Skylar Crudup. So his first one is freshman team all honors. Next one, all Northern third team for all conference. And the one I think he's most proud of, and the one I'm most proud of, is he was first team all defensive team. All right, on to the MVPs and the PAC award. We kind of did a little different. I followed Coach Sam with what she was doing as far as offensive and defensive. The first young man we're going to do is offensive MVP. I think as the season progressed, he kind of had to wait a little bit to get on the floor, get through the first semester, but kind of hit the ground running, kind of foaming at the mouth a little bit to get out there and do his thing. Averaged 17 points, 7 rebounds a game. When we needed something on the floor, getting a bucket, kind of getting a run started, getting something to go offensively where, it was just stagnant, and he was a guy that we need to put a ball in his hands. Our offensive MVP is Ashawn Burbridge. All right, the other MVP award is defensive MVP. I think I probably gave it away by talking about his first team all defensive for the Northern Conference. But more importantly, with that, defense is a different side of the ball, or a different part of the game, I should say, in the sense that not everybody can do it. Not everyone can shut someone down. Not everyone can take pride in not getting statistics. It's something that doesn't show up in the stat line. It's something that maybe gets forgotten a lot of the times. But this young man sacrificed anything offensive, meaning scoring points, a play called from during a timeout, things of that nature, where he just wanted to know who the best player was, what he had to do to guard him, and that's all he was locked into doing. Now, he was able to do other things on the floor, but his primary responsibility in his brain or his mind was to be the defensive stopper. Our defensive MVP for the year is Skylar Crudup. probably should have handed these to you when I was reading them so
That's
that
fine.
we knew who it was. But all right, our last award is the PAC Award. All the coaches before described what it takes as far as leadership, effort, kind of camaraderie, holding things together. I was in a unique situation when I got the job back in November of the 22, is that right? 21? 21. It was a press conference just like this with the internet feed and the live streaming, et cetera. Got to talk about, meet all the coaches and all that kind of stuff. And there was a young blonde-haired kid sitting out in front of the gym waiting to talk to me. Had no idea other than Ashley had said something about there was a couple guys that were interested in being on the team. Said my piece during the press conference, got to meet all sorts of people, and this kid waited for me outside. We talked, brought him in, and I don't think he stopped working since that day, whether it was basketball, whether it was on in the classroom, whether it was him personally, whether it was with Todd lifting weights, whether it was helping me out, meaning my job that I have. He's just the kind of kid that you go to for anything basketball related, anything to do with the guys, just anything that was related to Timberwolves basketball. And that young man is Max Nelson. All right, thank you for your time. I appreciate the opportunity, gentlemen. Let's keep building.
All right. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, teams. We're now going to get into the part of the program where I've got some special presenters who are going to come forward and talk to and present our department awards. So if you've been following along on social media, you will have seen the nominees over the course of the last couple weeks for each of these different awards up here. Our first one is the Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. So I'm going to have Jason Kieswetter from Petoskey Plastics come up. Do you have your script or you need it?
If you got one, I'll take one.
Do what you want.
Thank you.
Your shelf right now.
There is a shelf here.
You don't need it.
No, I don't need it. But hello, everybody. My name is Jason Kieswetter, and I'm the president of Petoskey Plastics. And we're very happy to be participating with this first year. So I want to thank the faculty and Ashley and all the coaches for the effort, and especially the athletes that you've come so far to come to school here and get this first year kicked off. So we're very honored to be participating in this award, Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. So on behalf of myself and my family and the associates at Petoskey Plastics, Breakthrough the Athlete of the Year. It's given to the student athlete who in their rookie season displayed exceptional abilities and became recognized in their own individual sport. I believe there's some videos.
A freshman libero, Jackie Brinkman appeared in 16 matches for the Timberwolves. She was named All-Conference Honorable Mention and earned the NCCAA Defensive Player of the Week award on October 4th. Brinkman set numerous records for the Timberwolves volleyball program this year, including digs in a match, digs in a season, and service aces in a season. A freshman running in his first cross-country season ever, Liam O'Hare surpassed many expectations. A competitive swimmer in high school, O'Hare continued to improve each and every meet this season as the #2 men's runner. He set a personal record in the 8K at the Jayhawks Invitational with a time of 31:59. A freshman who made big improvements throughout the season, Emma Duncan was a consistent performer for the women's cross-country team. She scored her best time and North Central record at the Jayhawks Invitational, where she finished with a time of 21:19. Duncan was North Central's top finisher at the MCCAA Championship, where in a field of 80 runners, she finished 19th overall. A freshman guard, Josh Adeem set numerous records this season for the men's basketball team. He earned the MCCAA North Player of the Week on December 6th. Adeem was a consistent leader for the team and ended the season as the Timberwolves' top scorer, recording 302 points. He led the team with 115 made field goals and had the highest three-point field goal percentage. A two-sport athlete, freshman Mackenzie Castle was a vital part of both Timberwolves volleyball and women's basketball. Her name is sprinkled throughout the record books. On the volleyball court, she ended the season second for service aces and third in digs. For basketball, she is first in steals for an individual game and ended the season second on the team for points. She had her career-high 18 points during her home opener against Mott Community College on November 18th.
Josh Adeem.
I'm Sam Ops. I'm also the Sports Information Director. And for our best moment, the Best Moment Award recognizes a moment or series of moments transpiring over the course of a single play, match, or season.
In a conference matchup hosting Delta College, the Timberwolves lost the first set before picking up wins in the second and third. Both teams battled, and we saw multiple lead changes in a fourth set where Delta came out on top 23-25, forcing a fifth and deciding set. In a race to 15 points, the Timberwolves fell into a hole as Delta moved into game point with a 10-14 advantage. A service error from the Pioneers gave North Central a point and the serve. Freshman Isla Beeson rotated into the match to serve with a game on the line. The team continued to fight back against the Pioneers. A block by Brooklyn Bestament and Annabelle Seeley gave the Timberwolves the advantage and game point. One final kill completed North Central's 6-point run to win the final set and game. The men's and women's cross-country team came into full stride on October 15th when every runner set a new career record on the course. Robbie Wise, Liam O'Hare, Luke Slater, Parker Monahan, and Shane Skinner set personal records in the 8K race, while Emma Duncan, McKenna Dolson, and Emily Danks all recorded new records in the 5K. The men's basketball team traveled to Delta College for their second matchup against the Pioneers on February 18th without head coach Jeff Corcoran. As Coach Cork was with his family grieving the loss of their loved one, volunteer coach Gary Metalski stepped in, and the team vowed to do everything they could to make Coach proud. The collective unit of every member on the team doing their role led to an all-cylinders firing match where the Timberwolves prevailed in overtime. Ashawn Burbridge had his career high and set numerous North Central records, scoring 39 points by shooting an impressive 81% from the floor, including 4 3-pointers and going 9 for 10 from the line.
And the winner is women's volleyball.
We didn't determine it.
Good afternoon, Timberwolf Nation. My name is Christian Smith, and I'm a proud member of the North Central Michigan College Foundation team. It is my honor to announce the winner of the 2022-2023 Comeback Athlete of the Year Award. This award is given to a student athlete who has made the most significant, profound, or impressive comeback from serious illness, injury, personal or family hardship, or retirement. Please turn your attention to this short video.
A 2020 high school graduate, Annabelle Seeley came out of retirement to be part of North Central's first volleyball team. Seeley, a setter, was a key player for the Timberwolves this season and set countless records. She led the team and stands in the record books for most assists, 4th for points, and 4th for digs. Her 40 assists against Delta in the team's victory on September 29th stands as the individual game record that future Timberwolves will look to beat. A 2021 high school graduate, McKenna Dolson was the captain of this year's women's cross-country team and top runner for most of the season. Dolson won the first meet of the year, the Firebird Timberwolves duels at Kirtland Community College, and went on to score her best time at the Jayhawks Invitational. She helped lead the team to a 7th place finish at the MCCAA Championship. In transfer student athlete, Amaya Bozeman suffered a season-ending injury in her freshman year before transferring to North Central. She continued her rehabilitation during the fall semester, and with clearance, Bozeman was able to join her teammates on the court in the winter semester and appeared in all 14 games. She averaged 5.1 points per game this season. A 2020 high school graduate, Jackson Raymond returned to college and the court this year to be part of the Timberwolves basketball. In 15 games, Raymond scored 86 points, shot 30.3%, and nailed 15 three-point baskets, many of which were momentum and game changers for the Timberwolves. In addition to his scoring, he collected 27 rebounds, dished out 9 assists, 9 steals, and added 7 blocks.
Wow, what a deserving group. Let's give all of our nominees a round of applause. The 2022-2023 Comeback Athlete of the Year is here. Amaya Bozeman. Oh, I love this.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here to celebrate our Timberwolves student athletes in our athletic department. My name is Lindsay Griffiths. I was the athletic trainer for the Timberwolves Athletics this year, and it is my honor to present the award for the best record-breaking performance. This award is given to a student athlete who has completed the best record-breaking or record-setting performance in a single play, game, or season.
At the Jayhawks Invitational on October 15th, Robbie Wise set a new 8K men's cross-country record for North Central with his time of 28:25. Emma Duncan set the North Central women's cross-country record of 21 minutes and 19 seconds at the Jayhawks Invitational on October 15th. Madison Brown set the record for most kills in a single game when she recorded 16 against Delta College on September 29th in front of our home crowd. Josh Adeem set the record for the most three-point baskets in a single game when he swished 8 against Mesabi Range at the Bay Classic on November 12th. Adeem shot 61.5% from behind the three-point line in this game, scoring 24 points for the Timberwolves. Kaylee Zukowski recorded North Central's first and only perfect free throw game with at least 5 attempted free throws on November 5th when she went 7 for 7 from the charity stripe against Southwestern Michigan College.
So it is my honor to present this year's best record-breaking performance to Josh Adeem from the men's basketball team.
Hey y'all, my name is Adam. I'm a senior at the high school here in Petoskey. I was the sports information intern, so I was sitting at the bench during basketball games, if you guys saw me. And I am presenting Best Win of the Year award, and this award is given to a student athlete or team in recognition of the best or most impressive Timberwolves victory.
In come-from-behind fashion, the Timberwolves volleyball team defeated the Delta College Pioneers in the 5th set by scoring 6 straight points with the game on the line. The first varsity contest in NCMC cross-country history was a dual meet hosted by Kirtland Community College on August 31st, 2022. McKenna Dolson led the pack and all runners finishing first for North Central's first individual champion in cross-country. Opening day jitters didn't faze the men's basketball team as they traveled and defeated the host, Lake Michigan College, by a score of 62-59. The hosts jumped out to their largest lead in the first half by a margin of 12 points, but the Timberwolves hunkered down and fought back to take the victory. The Timberwolves were led by guard Skylar Crudup, who had 16 points. At the Bay College Invite, the women's basketball team scored their team-high points for the season when they came from behind to defeat Mesabi Range by a score of 57-52. The game saw 10 lead changes. Mesabi Range had their largest lead near the end of the third quarter, but a strong offensive explosion in the fourth gave the Timberwolves the victory.
Okay, and the winner for best win goes to men's basketball.
Hi again. I am honored and proud to present the Coach of the Year award. And let's be honest, I got to decide who is presenting which award, so I made sure I got to do this one. The Coach of the Year award is given to a North Central coach who has embodied all the values of the Timberwolves athletic department and has made a profound impact upon the team and North Central community. Being a college coach is all-encompassing, requires a lot of time, patience, and sacrifice, and that is just from the coach's family. I am incredibly proud every day to work alongside our coaches as we build the department from the ground up. They have brought individuals together and formed not only teams, but families. Our coaches' dedication not only to their team, but also to our department and the North Central community as a whole have been wonderful additions to this campus. Their strength of character is evident in everything they do. This year's Coach of the Year has spent hours and countless miles on the road recruiting the right fit student athletes to North Central. They have led their team to an inspiring first season and been a consistent source of positivity and mentoring to their student athletes. Please help me congratulate your 2022-2023 Timberwolves Coach of the Year, Jeff Corcoran.
Good evening. I'm Renee DeYoung, and I'm the Vice President of Student Affairs, and I think I'm your biggest fan. I'm, every home game for volleyball and basketball, and I was even seen at some away games as well. So thank you, athletes, for being a part of our first year. I was behind you 100% all the time, and I will say thank you to our president. He saw the vision, and you guys made it happen. So give everybody a round of applause. The Outstanding Team of the Year award recognizes a team for achievements in the field of play throughout the whole season. Throughout our first year competing at the NJCAA level, we saw great competition, perseverance, and growth from all of our teams. The year's winning team relied upon the power of teamwork and mental toughness to compete the challenging conference schedule. Despite low numbers and nagging injuries, the team saw great success and ended the season competing alongside the top teams in the Michigan Community College Athletic Association, including the eventual national champion. This Timberwolves squad earned a 6th place finish at the MCCAA championship and has their eyes set on even higher in the coming years. Congratulations to the 2022-23 Outstanding Team of the Year. Drum roll, please. Women's Cross Country Team.
Hi, I'm Wynn Lawler. My husband Kevin and I are supporters of the athletic department, and it's kind of cool because we had two daughters that were student athletes, and I could cry up here. It's just like you guys have the time of your life right now. It will take you through the rest of your life with things that you learn and friendships that you make. And anyway, I am here to present the award for Female Athlete of the Year. And this award is given to a student athlete based upon her performance for the entire year.
A freshman middle hitter, Brooklyn Vestaman, earned MCCAA All-Conference Honorable Mention for the 2022 season. She led the Timberwolves in multiple statistical categories and set numerous records, including first in kills for the season, first in blocks, second in digs, and first in points. A freshman who made big improvements throughout the season, including dropping nearly 4 minutes off her 5K race time, Emma Duncan was a consistent performer for the women's cross-country team. She set the school record of 21:19 and was the top finisher for the Timberwolves at the MCCAA Championships. A freshman guard, Michaela Berger, was named All-Northern MCCAA Honorable Mention and to the North All-Freshman team. She led the team in scoring for the season with 195 points, averaging 7.8 points per game. She recorded a team-high 77 made field goals. Not only did Berger lead the team in scoring, she recorded more assists than any other player by more than double. She collected 43 steals and appeared in every game for the Timberwolves this season. Always willing to leave it all on the court, Michaela Berger took the most charges this season on defense.
The Female Athlete Award goes to Michaela Berger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Petoskey Plastics Arena. My name is Ken Mainland, and I am honored and privileged to have been the voice of the Timberwolves for volleyball and men's and women's basketball. This award that I'm presenting is the Male Athlete of the Year, and this award is given to the student athlete based upon his performance for the year. Please direct your attention to the video.
A sophomore who competed on the cross-country team when it was club level and served as team captain of the first varsity team, Robbie Wise was the consistent leader for the men's team. He set the North Central record of 28 minutes, 25 seconds and was the top finisher for the team at every competition this season. A freshman guard, Skylar Crudup, was a core element of the Timberwolves' success this season. He was first on the team for assists, steals, and blocked shots. He averaged 11.2 points per game, placing him in the top 3 scorers for North Central. Crudup was named to the MCCAA North Third Team All-Conference, MCCAA North All-Freshman Team, and MCCAA North All-Defensive Team. Freshman forward, Ashawn Burbridge had the highest scoring average for the Timberwolves with 17.1 points per game, and was first with 7.1 rebounds per game. He received the MCCAA North Player of the Week on February 22nd, following a 68-point week, including a North Central record of 39 points against Delta College. He earned the MCCAA North Second Team All Conference and was named to the MCCAA North All Freshman Team.
Ladies and gentlemen, your male player of the year, Ashawn Burbridge.
So I think there's one last award we have to give out, and I'm not sure, did we get to a consensus? We think so? Okay, hold on. We'll create you an award. We'll determine what it looks like later. But this year's best dressed male and female student athletes, let's give a big round of applause to Josh Adeem and Alana Vandermeer. Come on up. Come on up. Show it off. Show off your outfit. Do a little catwalk. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to say kudos because it's like 80 degrees in here, and you've kept it on the whole night, so good job. All right. Your fans love you. All right, you guys can go back. Thank you. So as you can tell, a big theme of the night was gratitude for everyone in this room. We have been on a tremendous journey together, a journey that will probably stay with you for the rest of your life. Stories, lessons learned, characters built, and you can tell that by the amount of people on this side of the room who keep repeating it to you, because believe us, if 10 of us tell you it, it's finally true. So, but thank you to everyone who helped make everything success this season. I don't want to keep you here too much longer because it is a little toasty. But I do want award winners to make sure they stick around so we can get some photos for the website and social media. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next year at this.